not really live. I think I need to play some kind of theme music for the start. Hello guys! I'm gonna go with that. That's pretty nice. But hey, yeah. Welcome to Tampere. I'm Miikka, and that's Krista. And this is what we do when we are not making games. Even though this is actually game related. It's an update news video. What's gonna happen next? Is the game gonna get some music? Probably not. At some point there's gonna be like I've been having a hard time because putting just music in the game, it needs to be really like right one and right tempo, and to me the tribute game for the Boom Slingers, the Worms Armageddon, I think that was an amazing example what you can do with audioscape, or it was a really entertaining audioscape, and I would like to make something like that on mobile, but having a 4-minute song in there, that's already like it's gonna get the packages up, and we still want to keep it as like a simplified build as possible, so I'm gonna like need to figure out good kind of balance, or find the right kind of or find just an audio guy who would like to take a tackle on making some kind of ambience, melodic ambience to the game. Any kind of song that has a like regular beat, I feel like, or if I listen to a song like that when I play, it makes me feel like anxious. And the game is still like it's a turn-based game, so there's a lot of waiting, and the tempo is kind of slower than in other games on mobile, or other games in general, I think, when it's about like taking stuff in turns. But yeah, we'll see. There's gonna be something someday, at some point. I make no promises. But something that I do know that is gonna happen pretty soon actually is the our transfer from private beta to public beta, which means that there's gonna be a little bit more players, or definitely more people who can like access the game, because right now there's only everyone who I have sent the build or build access in email are allowed to play, you guys. And there's 300 people that we have invited, and I'm glad that I have seen like so many of you like keep playing the game, even though it was long ago when we installed it, and it was even more not finished than now. But what I was saying, yeah, public beta, and for us it means that in Google Play we're gonna open up the early access, and we probably even gonna make some first rounds of user acquisition, so the game is gonna be visible. I don't know, in advertisement, yeah, in other games advertisement or something. Probably, yeah. This is how in I am. How user acquisition works with the ads. And yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. There's gonna be more players, so no more bot matches, or not that many bot matches, I think. And yeah, I really don't know what's gonna happen with that. The game might broke down, and then we can suddenly take a few weeks to fix it and all. But that's the idea of going into public beta, that we still like make sure that the game kind of works, and then figure out also what we're gonna do, or what we want to do in the future of the game. Definitely new weapons. I've been tackling, like today I was working on the weapon that I'm currently calling Kamikaze. Krista, how do you say kamikaze in English? It's like kamikaze, but you know what I'm talking about, the suicide attack. This would be a jump that you are allowed to execute with your character, but wherever the character I'm gonna set some flames to the character or something when he jumps in the air, and when he falls anywhere, collides with anything, there's gonna be a massive explosion and the character's gonna be destroyed, but for a good boom at least. And I feel like that might be a fun weapon. And it might lead to more like draw situations in the game, I feel like. And that's definitely like some kind of weapon that if you keep it in your deck and play it early in the game, it's gonna cost you, or you don't want to sacrifice probably a character with full health. But you could kind of play that when you get some characters that are like really low health, you could like utilize that to massive attack that might end in your favor. I think that's what I currently have on my mind. I think I'm just gonna keep playing because I don't know how to make outros or how to end videos. So feel free to stick around or just stop the video. There's not gonna be anything game related anymore. There's one audio studio team in Finland that I would really love to make some kind of, I don't know, just do something with them. What? Kissako, yeah. Kissako and the rest of the crew. Kissa 3, and then there's Yukio, and then there's Niilo. And they are audio team in Finland. They make audios to all kinds of stuff, and they have their own like recording studio in Sipoo in Finland, and that's also a really nice location that I feel like we should definitely travel to. Because it's still in the southern Finland, but it's not. You can't walk there from Helsinki, or you need to take a car. It's going to be at least one hour ride behind this nice national forest as well. And Kissa 3 is also. I really like. I follow him on Twitter. He makes a lot of on progress videos of his work, and those are really enjoyable as well. And as far as I know, he does kind of both, or he's a musician, but he also likes to just making like what does stuff sound like, sound effects. And his approach is always start with something real, or like microphone I think is his main tool. Like he always starts with something, some actual sound that he captures and then uses as such, or then transfers to something else. And I know that they are making live audio, game audio thingy, or the Noita game. Krista, you remember Noita? Yeah, the cool game that reminds me a lot of Liero. The game soundtrack, if I understood correctly, they are like recording it live, all the songs, or they have been recording it live. And then there's been a lot of like also improvisation in the music. And I guess the music in the game, or the sound in the game, also plays a critical role of creating the atmosphere Or I remember like seeing when someone was playing the demo, and you could hear the water that became in the level, and how well was that made and everything, like what how it was built in Audioscape. That was pretty amazing. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that game as well. That might actually be the only game I'm looking for right now. Really. There's the Kingdom Hearts 3 that I haven't played yet, that I feel like I probably should. But we don't have PlayStation 4, so that's gonna have to wait. Maybe we find a friend or something. But other than that, Krista, can you think of any game that you're waiting or would like to play? Yeah.
Boom Slingers.
It's Boom Slingers now. Nice to hear that you're waiting for it. I have a feeling that since we already have access to the game and what it is right now, I can't wait my own game with the same kind of anticipation. But then there's another kind of anticipation, which is, what do I want to add into the game? Like if there's something, every now and then, mostly with weapons, I get these kind of urges that, yeah, maybe I think the game should like have this weapon, this kind of weapon. And there's actually quite massive list of those that I think are gonna come in the game in updates, at least at some point. In updates, yeah. And then there are some like secret stuff or some kind of Easter egg stuff that I sometimes fantasize about leading into the game. Like we already experienced, like did some experiments with this. There are the few boss battle levels that you can only beat if you like combine your forces with the other player. But I think what we give the player after that, I think there should be more. Maybe like at least like some list of your achievements, or list of all the Easter eggs you have found, or something like that. Not making any promises, but that would be cool. Mika, in the future, could you work on that? Could you add something like that into the game? Yeah. At some point, definitely. And Krista, I know you have made like already some graphics related to that. I think I could start like figuring out the first implementations, or where to put Book of Secrets or whatever it's gonna be called. Also, yeah, I think if I didn't already, thanks all of you who have been playing the game so far that you ended up in this video, so far into the video. That's sick, because it really helps the playing the game part. I don't know about the video. Because we get like even though you don't come say all the feedback you get, we kind of get an idea from just watching the analytics, like what's going on inside the game. And what we really wanted, which is something that I feel like players have a really hard time giving like correct feedback, is like their long time behavior in the game. And but we get it through the analytics. You can kind of see like what are the things that you maybe enjoy, and what kind of works, and what is really broken, and what maybe could be more, and stuff like that. And the feedback that you have brought us, that's also gold, I guess. Like because when you are making a game for a long time, you kind of get exhausted in many ways. And for me, the exhaustion sometimes is seen just that I don't play the game maybe with that kind of fresh mindset, or it's sometimes really hard to like see the game with fresh eyes. So whenever like there's someone like playing the first time and then like bringing the first time experience, stuff like that, that really helps. Because yeah, you get blind to many things that you really would want to make as good as possible, but sometimes it's just like, yeah, hard to figure out. So thanks all very much, and I hope we can figure out some fun entertainment in the game that will keep you entertained in the future as well. And feel free to like join the Discord and say your opinions or your ideas or whatever you might have related to the game. I also appreciate like weapon ideas. They're always fun, even though they are like definitely weapons that you have seen in Worms are something people also like suggest the most. Then there are some like platformer games where are pretty cool explosive mechanics, and my personal favorite Liero, Finnish real-time Worms game, that has also pretty cool set of things that could be in more games as well. I really want to play Liero someday. I know it was still playable like with Windows XP, but because it was an old like DOS era game for Windows, and it was a freeware game made by this Finnish game developer that I still haven't met. I don't remember his name anymore, but it would be really cool to like see the person behind the classic. Because I played Worms and Liero a tons, and they are like in many ways very similar, and in many ways complete like different games. And the main difference being just like how the game is faced. Other one being the turn-based, another one being the real-time action that you played with the keyboard, sharing your keyboard with your friend, and that was awesome. It's weird how excited I can be from them, like from old games. And I'm absolutely certain that at some point there's gonna be more Liero-like action in the future. Like the Noita, that was, even though it's like only single-player game, I would love if they made some kind of co-op to that. But it has the same kind of vibe that gets me excited. And I believe that there's now that like internet is getting faster all over the world, servers are getting cheaper, there would be like a place for kind of Worms game that goes, or kind of the Boom Slinger game, but like in live mode. I would love to see someone like make this, or if someone's not making it and we get bored, we have to make it ourselves at some point. I think this is a good time for outro, or like the actual ending. Can you shut it down? Goodbye.